shaping your biology. And today's episode is going to explore a question that might surprise you. Now, why do some people seem to get sick more easily than others? And why have some researchers
Might surprise you.
Oh, well.
Now, why?
Sorry, I turned on my YouTube and I forgot to turn the volume off. But we were asking why some researchers noticed something unusual in certain populations and why some people don't get sick. In some cases, their bodies react differently to stress and illness. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating idea about the mind-body connection and emotional conflict. The theory suggests that when the mind holds two opposing emotional states at the same time, it may create internal stress in the nervous system. Think about moments like you feel joy, but also guilt. You feel love, but also resentment. And you feel relief, but also shame. Your nervous system may not know which signal to follow. And the body may experience that conflict as stress. Now, here's the interesting part. Some researchers believe that prolonged emotional stress and unresolved psychological conflict can affect the immune system, inflammation levels, and overall health. But near the end of this episode, I'm going to share something powerful. A simple shift in awareness that can help your nervous system release emotional conflict and return to regulation. Because when the mind and body are aligned, the body often moves towards healing. Your nervous system is not your enemy, it's actually the instrument of your joy. And when you learn how to tune it, life starts playing in harmony again. Again, welcome to Quantum AF. And we are going to move to segment number 1. And that is the mind body connection. Science is catching up to the mind body connection. Oh, I wrote it twice. Okay. Let me edit it. Let's see. Let's edit it here. Yeah, because it's kind of like annoying to have it twice. I'm telling you, this is what happens when you are by yourself doing everything. This is what happens, guys. So, okay, so let's put the title again of what we're talking about today and segment number 1, which is the mind body connection. Science is catching up. All right. So, let's start with something modern science now agrees on. Your mind and body are not separate systems, okay? I mean, that's been proven. They're connected big time. They are part of one integrated network. And one of the key players in this connection is the nervous system, especially the vagus nerve, which connects the brain to major organs throughout the body. There's also an episode here called The Octopus. The brain is an octopus, or the octopus brain. And it is on the sub playlist. There's a playlist called Your Mind, I think, and the Nervous System, Your Brain and the Nervous System. So go check it out, because it does talk about how the brain is connected to everything. Okay, it starts in your brain. Your brain is connected to all the nervous system, the whole nervous system through the spine. And then from the spine, everything goes to your organs, to your skin, everywhere. Okay, well, skin is an organ. So researchers in the field of psychoneuroimmunology have shown that emotional states can influence immune response, inflammation, hormone levels, recovery from illness. Check that out. For example, a landmark study by psychologist Janice Keycolt-Glaser at Ohio State University found that chronic stress and emotional conflict weaken immune function and slow wound healing. Did you hear that? How crazy that is? Your chronic stress and emotional conflict affect your physical health. Now, Another major body of research shows that people under prolonged emotional stress often have higher inflammation markers in the blood. Now, we know now by now, that inflammation is not good news. We don't want inflammation in our body. We want health. We want our body to be in its natural state, not inflamed and all like, ooh, what's happening, right? Because that's inflammation. It's like, wow, what's happening? What's going on? I'm not happy. And inflammation, as we know, is linked to many diseases. So the idea that emotions influence health is not mystical or new agey or crazy, spiritual. It's real. It's scientific. I always bring you the science to all my podcasts. So the emotions influence health, and it's biological. Your body listens to the story your nervous system is telling it. So let's see, we have some comments. Oh my goodness, look at all these wonderful, beautiful people. Ankit, hi, you're the first here. Welcome. Ambreen, hello, beautiful girl. How are you doing, my love? Then we have Yasir. Hello, Yasir. So good to see you. I love it. All my favorite people are here. Some of my favorite people, because I have a lot of favorites. And Ankit says, yesterday I was on timeout, but I don't want to talk about it. The past is gone. We left that behind. Good. Yes, that we're not going to talk about it. I hear you, my love. And it's okay. It happens. Hey, when you're a kid, you're going to be on timeout. There's no way around it, right? All right, my love. So this is really a good episode. I know you're all, teenagers and young people that are here right now. And I want to definitely make sure that you listen to this episode, because I wish I would have listened to this when I was younger, because this is so incredible. I kind of figured it out when I had breast cancer, that your emotional state and the stress, chronic stress, can affect your body in a negative way. So let's keep going. Let's go to segment number 2. I'm going to read the comments, you guys, in between segments, so I keep the flow, with what we're talking about. All right. So segment number 2, emotional conflict and internal stress. All right, let's go with this. What is this? Let's explore something way deeper, the idea of emotional conflict. So imagine your nervous system like an orchestra. Every emotion sends a signal, right? But what happens when two signals contradict each other? For example, you feel joy about success, right? You're like, ooh, I made it, and I wanted to do this and I accomplished it, but also guilt about having it. Or you feel relief after leaving a relationship, but also shame for walking away. Your brain processes those signals simultaneously. So you can feel love and resentment, for example, all at the same time. And the nervous system may stay in a state of tension because one is a positive feeling, love, and the other one is a negative, low vibrational feeling, which is resentment, right? So there's a tension. It's like they're pulling different sizes, like a tug of war in your emotions and your nervous system. Now, researchers studying trauma and stress have found that unresolved emotional conflict can lead to prolonged activation of the stress response system. Now, what does this mean? Elevated cortisol. Let's remember cortisol is the stress hormone. You don't want to have it, right? Higher adrenaline, which is the danger, the fight or flight. You don't want to have high adrenaline in your body. Increased inflammation. You don't want inflammation. We already talked about that. So over time, this tug of war of the feelings, love and resentment, can exhaust the body's regulatory system. So the body's trying to regulate. It's like a tug of war. One is going to win, right? They can't stay like that in tension forever. So that's what happens with the nervous system. So here's a fan story. A listener wrote in recently, and said the following: I got promoted at work and everyone congratulated me, but instead of feeling happy, I felt anxious and guilty, like I didn't deserve it. And for weeks, she says she felt headaches, fatigue, digestive issues. Has that ever happened to you? I know it has. It has happened to me, like having those two emotions and then feeling terrible, but I'm happy. So why am I feeling all these, headaches or fatigue or heartburn? So once she started talking through those conflicting emotions, right? Something interesting, happened. Her symptoms eased, so she didn't have any more headaches, fatigue, or digestive issues. Her body relaxed, but this doesn't mean emotions cause every illness. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, don't freak out. Don't be like, oh my God, I have conflicting emotions. I'm going to get sick. No. But you got to resolve it, right? You got to make sure you regulate your nervous system. And what that means is it highlights how internal tension affects our physiology, our body, right? So you don't want to be conflicted. You want to be wholesome. You want your mind, your heart to agree and not be your mind saying, oh, I'm so happy I, succeeded. And then your heart saying, oh, I feel guilty about this. So you want alignment of mind and heart. All right. So we're going to go to a little video that I'm going to show you that is about a book that I wrote called Healing from Within, which I thought would support what we're talking about. It's available at the State of Grace, my shop, the State of Grace shop. It's an online shop and you can get it there. So here you go. Are you ready to unlock your body's incredible power to heal itself? Discover the transformative journey in Healing from Within. In this powerful guide, I share my personal healing stories and the science behind the mind-body connection. With simple techniques like focusing on emotions, Healing from Within will guide you to tap into your own healing potential. This is your time to transform inside and out. Whether you're healing physically, emotionally, or mentally, Healing from Within will give you the tools you need to sustain a healing practice and embrace your journey. Healing from Within, available now at www.thestateofgraceshop.com. Visit www.thestateofgraceshop and start your healing journey today. All right. So that was it. That's the book, Healing from Within. I highly recommend it. It's short and sweet. It's easy to read, and it's what I learned healing myself from certain things. So I'm sorry, I'm coughing. I don't know what's going on with me. And since I got to Spain, it's like my allergies are going crazy. So forgive me if I cough during during this. All right. So let's go to segment number 3. And segment number 3 is the nervous system and emotional regulation. Okay. So let's talk about the nervous system. Your nervous system has 2 major modes: sympathetic mode, which is the fight or flight, or parasympathetic mode, which is rest and repair. When you get a massage, you know how you feel like really relaxed? That's because your parasympathetic mode is on. So you feel tired, but a good type of tired, right? So once or when emotional conflict is unresolved, the body often stays stuck in sympathetic activation. Remember, that's the fight or flight. And that means that the body is trying to protect you, but it never gets the signal that it's safe to relax. So if your sympathetic mode on your nervous system, you're going to be tense. You're not going to be relaxed, right? And that's not good for the body. It's good for certain situations. Like, let's say a tiger is chasing you, then yes, that's a great, activate that because you want to get out, right? Well, now researchers like Dr. Stephen Porges, who developed polyvagal theory, have shown that safety signals help the nervous system regulate. What is safety signals? They include connection, self-compassion, emotional honesty, and feeling understood. Healing begins when the nervous system feels safe enough to tell the truth. All right. So before we continue, I want to remind you that Quantum AF exists because of you. If you enjoy these deep dives into consciousness, science, and joyful living, please take a moment to subscribe, share the episode, leave a comment about what resonated with you. And if you want more tools for emotional regulation and nervous system balance, check out the resources in the description because your journey to joyful living deserves support. All right, my loves, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you another video, and it's about joy, and it's my line of merch that's called Joy is My Jam. So let me get that one on. Did I put it on here? I don't know. No, I didn't get Joy is My Jam, but I do have the State of Grace shop. So I want you guys um, to take a look at what's available on my online shop. All right, that was an easy showcase of, and very short and sweet, of what's available. All right, so we're going to go to segment number 5 now. Why emotional awareness matters. Ooh, this one's deep. So one reason emotional conflicts persists is that we often suppress emotions. We tell ourselves things like, I shouldn't feel this way. But emotional suppression doesn't eliminate the signal, it just hides it. So, research from Harvard Medical School shows that suppressing emotions can increase stress hormone levels. Yes, suppressing emotions can increase your cortisol, meaning that the body is still processing the signal even if the mind denies it. Remember, your body is listening. Cells have intelligence, and your body, I mean, how intelligent is it that it performs digestive, functions and nervous functions and all these functions? It's crazy. It's super intelligent. So, it's connected to the mind, and of course, the brain has the pineal gland, which is the Wi-Fi. I call it the Wi-Fi, right? But the brain is the one that's actually connecting everything, and that's the captain of the ship. Okay. So ignored emotions don't disappear, they go underground. I know someone who was not very expressive, and he couldn't say what he was feeling. And if they wronged him, he would just keep it inside and didn't know how to process it. And, he got, unfortunately, lung cancer, stage 4. And I'm not saying that the cancer was caused by that, but I know that it's one of the things that probably aided in him having that stage 4 cancer, lung cancer. Also, I'm going to do an episode on epigenetics because it's fascinating. And basically, what it is we do have, let's say, the DNA, the genetics to have cancer or heart disease. But the lifestyle that you lead, the nutrition, the stress level, the movement, the emotional cohesive, cohesive emotional system, right? Like not having conflicted emotions and all of that helps the DNA not wake up, so to speak. So let's go to another video. And this one is very linked to Quantum AF because it is called The Golden Bridge. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, the video will. So here we go. And before we go to the video, I want to have a quick pause to thank our community. And if Quantum AF helps you see yourself and your life with new awareness, please share this episode with someone who might need it today, because every time we talk openly about emotional truth, we reduce stigma and increase healing. Your awareness is part of your journey to joyful living. So here we go, the book, The Golden Bridge. Enjoy. When I got cancer, something woke up in me. I tapped into my self-healing powers. I started visualizing light moving through my body and things began to shift. Oh, honey, I'm not special. You can do this too. Your body knows how to heal. You just have to listen. My book, The Golden Bridge, shares how I did it and how you can start. Let's heal. All right. So, yeah, that one is a powerful one. So, you have two healing books that I showed you today, Healing from Within and The Golden Bridge. And you can get them at thestateofgraceshop.com. They're only like, I think, $5.99 or $3.99, depending on the length of the book. And you download the PDF file. You can read it on your computer, on your phone, whatever. And it's really, I mean, I highly recommend them, to be honest, because they helped me. It helped me also share my experiences with self-healing. And I know that doctors, you'll see in the book a couple of times I healed something and the MRI showed the healing. And I asked the doctors, and like, that sometimes happens. It's like, really? It never happened to me before. So anyway, let's go to segment number 5. And that is practical tools for resolving emotional conflict. Because, guys, I always give you practical tools. I'm not going to leave you hanging like, this is what happens, and not tell you how you can fix it, right? So practical tools for resolving emotional conflict. Let's talk about real tools. Here are 3 simple ways to release emotional tension. 1, name the emotions. Say them out loud. I feel proud. And I also feel guilty. Naming emotions helps the brain process them. And I know this is crazy, but you can look in the mirror and kind of talk to yourself. It's actually very healing to do that and just be like, okay, I'm going to be honest. I feel love and resentment at the same time. And then your brain will process that because you're already calling it out, right? You need to guide the brain. It is the computer of our body, of our whole, physical body, but you gotta guide it. It's the captain of your body, but you are the captain of your life, of your soul, your body, and spirit. So you're the captain of the captain. So another thing is allow both feelings, let's say love and resentment, to exist. Opposing emotions can coexist. You can feel love and anger at the same time. Relief and sadness, both are valid. And number 3, reconnect with the body. Regulation techniques help the nervous system settle. For example, slow breathing, whenever you feel anxious even, or conflicting emotions or whatever it is, slow the breathing. Remember, inhale 3, hold 4, inhale 4. That's what I do. Or you can do whatever, but kind of like just relax, okay? And when you slow the breathing, your brain slows down. And so it has an opportunity to help your nervous system regulate, right? Walking is great when I'm stressed or I have news about something. I go walking, especially if you have a mass of water nearby. I highly recommend. Masses of water are healing for some reason. I know that the ocean is healing because of the negative ions. It's very good. And then another thing, grounding exercises. I have one that really helps me whenever I'm anxious or have weird feelings that are conflicting. What I do is I'm like, okay, I'm going to look at 5 blue things here in this room. And I look at 5 blue things and I name them. Okay, that the couch, the bags or the table or whatever, right? These signals that I am telling you, like slow breathing, walking, grounding exercises, tell the brain, I am safe now. Regulation is the bridge between emotional awareness and physical health. If this episode resonates with you, take a moment to comment and tell me what emotional conflicts you've noticed in your life. Your story might help someone else realize they're not alone, because healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in connection. All right, so I'm going to show you another video. I have a Patreon, a fan side, and it's only $5.99 a month, and you get a lot of things. You can read my books for free. Some of my books, I'm going to add more books as we go along. You watch exclusive content, comedy content that you have not seen anywhere else. You get to watch my workshopping, my solo show that I'm going to take to Edinburgh in Scotland, the Fringe Festival, sometime, either next year or the following year. That's my dream. And I have the different pieces that I'm going to put together and rewrite, but you get to listen to the raw pieces that I'm writing, and they are raw. I'm telling you. So you get Psychic Priscilla's content that hasn't been seen anywhere. You get to watch all the Diaz episodes, the one that have not been released to the public yet. You get to watch, all just stuff that you never get to watch in my other, my public videos. So here you go, $5.99. Go ahead and subscribe. It's worth it. And you get one-on-ones with me. You do. You just have to message me on Patreon. Grab a glass, sit your mistakes down, honey, and let's see if they're your soulmate or your symptom. So remember that a woman must be complimented, right, Ashley? She loves the compliments that I give her. And you must say things like, you have lit me up like a bolt of lightning from the sky that strikes a house. Ready for some tips that are as bold as my lipstick and as sharp as my wit? Psychic Priscilla, they call me the seer that doesn't see. But I see. I don't see that much.
Hey there, golf lovers. It's your favorite unicorn with a horn for golf and a mind for mischief.
So he's saying to rub around them. Okay, is this correct, Jose? Is it okay?
Yes, perfect. You're the best, Grace. Oh yeah, keep going, keep going.
All right. So thank you for watching, guys. So I'm going to put Jose's comment, all that grace, goodness. Thank you so much. It's always so good to have you on the lives. Jose, I adore you and appreciate you very, very much. And so we're going to go to the closing segment. Let's put I have the little caption. So closing segment. There you go. All right. So at the beginning of this episode, I teased something important, okay? A key insight about emotional conflict and healing. So here it is. The goal isn't to eliminate negative emotions. Toxic positivity, anyone? The goal, like I said before, is alignment. When your emotions, your thoughts, and your body signals are acknowledged and integrated, the nervous system relaxes. Remember, that's what we want. We want the parasympathetic mode, not the sympathetic mode, which is the fight or flight. And the body can shift from survival mode to healing mode. So when we're relaxed, We're literally healing. So if there's any inflammation or any cells that want to go rogue, then the body has time and energy and focus to repair it. When I was with an ex who was a narcissistic abuser, I got sick a lot. And I went to the doctor and I was like, why am I getting sick so much? And he said to me, when you are on fight or flight, which you are, what happens is your immune system doesn't have time to heal because it's on the fight or flight mode, right? But when you are relaxed and have peace, your body has a chance to heal. That's why it's so important, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is coming from somebody who used to love drama. Not drama, but like passion. I thought it was passion. Abuse was passion. Okay, never mind. It's just a long story. But anyway, I'm being vulnerable here. So, but let me tell you, the passion that it got me sick. I was sick. I had, in 9 months, 6 upper respiratory infections. I get maybe one a year, one every 2 years, maybe and now that I have a lot of peace, I don't get sick as much, except for allergies, because here in Spain, the allergies are going crazy. The sneezes are like, I think everything shakes when I sneeze. I've never in my life sneezed like that, you guys. But anyway, that's sidebar. So this doesn't mean, okay, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that emotions cause disease. It's not true. But it does mean that emotional awareness can be part of health and resilience. Your nervous system is not broken. It's actually trying to protect you. And when you listen to it with compassion, which is calm passion, I figured that one out, it becomes one of the greatest allies in your life. So if this episode, guys, helped you see the mind-body connection differently, follow quantumaf, this channel, share this episode, comment with your biggest takeaway, and remember, joy is not something you chase. Joy is something you align with. I'm going to repeat that because this is the channel of your journey to joyful living. Joy is not something you chase. Joy is something you align with, because every step towards emotional awareness is another step on your journey to joyful living. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you and I love you. And I will see you in a month. Let me know if you have any topics that you want me to research and talk about on Quantum AF. You know, I'm open to suggestions. I've taken suggestions a couple of times. I want to talk about next about epigenetics and probably see how it relates to the quantum field. I would love to do that because I am a firm believer in epigenetics. So, but anyway, so go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in my next streams. Bye, guys. I love you. Mwah.